Hey guys, back here with another video. I just decided to use a picture here because I really don't want to do another gameplay with video, because I'm just really not in the mood to play video games today. I just been in a bad mood lately. You know how it is. You just get fed up with this life, but what can you do? Two people decided to have sex. They cared more about their pleasure than you suffering. Being here. Um, yeah, but anyway, let me start off the video. Typical reasons, people have children, or the most common reasons, So to start off the video, most people have children because they want a sense of purpose, especially women. They want a sense of purpose, fulfillment in their lives that they lack. So they have children because it gives them that sense of purpose and fulfillment. I don't know. I always find it interesting, right? I see these couples, right? And the woman gets, obviously, the woman gets pregnant or whatever. And I see them posting pictures of the baby and all this other stuff like welcome to the world, this and that. And that's nice and all, but I don't know, what they should be saying is welcome to hell, because this is what annoys me about people, that they seem to not be able to come into reality that this is not a good place. They say they say stuff like, life is suffering. I mean, life sucks, but it's worth living. Hold on, what? You said life sucks, but it's worth living? Give me a minute, kind of yawning again. The freaking gym earlier, that's why. But yeah, like I said, they want a sense of fulfillment, a sense of purpose, right? And they can't find it in anything else, so they have children, right? And I've talked to different women, and they're so delusional. I've spoken to women who are 28, right? I'm sure there's even older, right? They'll be saying stuff like that they want a child, this and that, because they're so cute. They're so adorable, this and that. And I'm like, you want a child because they look appealing, and then they get the child, and then they're like, oh well, it's a lot of hard work. I wish I didn't have the child. They regret it and all that other stuff. And it's amusing. I've even spoken to women. I said to them hey, what would you do? Because I'm obviously into any of this, right? And I've spoken to them hey, would you get an abortion? And all that other shit. And they're like, no, I wouldn't do that. And I'm like, what? Okay, let me finish. Might not make this a too drawn out rant because I'm getting tired of talking. Thought it'd be fine, but I am a little tired, not gonna lie. Nah, but it's either that they want a sense of fulfillment, purpose. They were having fun, and they're so fucking retarded, bro. They'll be like, oh well, you got me pregnant, so I might as well have that baby. I'm like, oh my god, bro. And they know they're in a bad position too, right? They know how bad this life is, and they barely have money, and then they go and have children. Another reason is they want a legacy, right? And to me, that sounds so retarded, or so foolish, or so ignorant, right? That they need another person to be their legacy. I don't know. I always find that so childish, That's why they have a child. But anyway, I find it so childish how they need another person to have a legacy, right? Another being to exist, right? And that's supposed to be their legacy. Another being, because that being shares their genetics or their DNA. Like it's so important, right? That they need to exist because they're the legacy, right? And I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are better off, being songwriters, being fitness enthusiastic, being something related to like sports or maybe they're into acting and they uh, act in movies. I feel like that's a better legacy than having a child. Because like you know that's so selfish that you have to bring another that you're bringing another being into existence because you want them to continue to carry your looks and your genetics, your name, because your name is so important. I've spoken to people and they'll be like, I want to have children because like legacy and that, like, because if I don't have children, it'll be as if I was here for nothing. And I was like, what? What? And they'll like, kind of like have a little disagreement with me. They'll be like, oh well, that's the purpose of life. What are you talking about? Like that's the purpose of life. You know, and this guy doesn't even like women, bro. I mean, not that he's gay or anything, but he just likes most women. He's kind of like a misanthrope, and he's talking about like having a legacy and having a child because everything that he went through in his life would be for nothing. I'm like, hold on, because he said stuff like, I've suffered a lot in my life. I've been working hard. That's why I'm gonna have children one day. I'm like, but this is why I always find foolish. This life is bad. You suffered a lot throughout your life. Why would you pass that suffering on to someone else? Even if you had good resources, right? This life hasn't been too good for you, right? You know how it is. Why would you want to pass that suffering on to someone else? And then he's like, no, 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 no. What are you talking about? Like, everything I've gone through would be for nothing. Or this and that. I'm like, dude. But you haven't, like, you're in poverty. Yeah, so I pulled up on the screen what he said to me. Look, you guys can take a look for yourselves. Imagine look what he said. He said that you live for nothing. I'm like, I'm trying to tell him, like, you don't need a child to have a legacy. Like, that's what I find so annoying. Like, you can do better things. You can have a better legacy. You can, um, have something better than that. Like, I just find it so, like, selfish and evil that people want to, bring someone else in because they want a legacy, because they think they're so important. They think they're so significant, and we're all just people at the end of the day. I say just people at the end of the day. I mean, like, there's so many of us already here that more of us being here doesn't have any value. You know, I think there's what, 8 billion people here? 8 billion people? 8 billion something? Maybe more? Um, and, you know, they all want a legacy. They all want to leave something behind. They all want to do this. They all want to do that. But I'm like, that's not important to me. Maybe to you, but not to me. Me personally, when I die, I want there to be nothing left for me. Like, I don't mean like, I don't mean that like completely, but I mean like in the sense of like, maybe I'll leave some or maybe I'll write some songs and leave some music behind. Maybe I'll uh do some things like sports related, maybe in acting if I get a chance. But that'll be my legacy. I don't, when I finally leave this place, I don't want there to be another me. I don't want them to be. I don't want someone else to struggle as I have throughout my life. I don't want them to, go through everything I have. Because I've gone through a lot in this life, and I don't want anyone else to go through that. Probably. I think I spoke too much about my personal experiences instead of the topic, but that's fine. Who cares? This is my channel, and I can speak about whatever I want. You know, because it helps me express myself and feel, say how I feel. You know. I don't know about anyone else, but like I can't wait once I'm 30 to celebrate being child free and not having any children. You know, I really hope I don't break my internalist vow ever. You know, and I don't ever see myself breaking it. You know, you know. But I think I'm gonna end the video here. You know, I probably talked too much about my own personal experiences. You know. All right. Oh yeah, I'll have other people, right? And they'll say things like, "If I had this or I had that, I wouldn't think like this," right? Can I tell you guys something for real? For real? You guys are the fucking reason I think like this. Okay, so shut the fuck up. Have a good fucking day. Because you remind me of what a cruel, selfish, and evil world we're in. Okay, and that's the reason I will continue to think like this. Okay, thank you.